Yeah, share a little bit.
So, like you said, my name is Nicki D the Poet. I'm a poet. About to be three-time author once I get this third book out. You know, the quarantine kind of shut down my little book signing, but that's neither here or there. I also have a t-shirt line called Broken Crayons. Crayons still color. We're still out here. Took a little break from that to focus more on my poetry brand, but Broken Crayons is still out here. So basically, my message is of self-love and positivity. So the clothing line and basically my poetry go hand in hand.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard, or I don't know if I seen the hoodie or the crew neck that you had on, or heard you talk about broken crowns still color, and I just thought it was so dope. Like, just the sentence alone is heavy. And I have my perspective on it and my thoughts on it, but share a little bit about why you decided to name it Broken Crowns Still Color.
Because like I said, my message is all about positivity, promoting self-love, because that was one of the biggest things that I suffered with as a child, basically just not loving myself. And it wasn't because I didn't have loving people telling me that I was great. My family was always supportive. My family always told me I was beautiful, always made me feel loved, but it was just something inside of me that didn't really connect. So that was like one of my biggest struggles. So being as though I overcame that struggle, well, I still struggle with it sometimes, but I feel like I'm on the other side of that struggle. I feel as though it's my mission to help other people in that struggle. And, you know, mainly our insecurities come from society telling us that it's something about us that's wrong, that we're like broken in some sense. So my son, who's an artist, I was cleaning up his art supplies because he's always painting, he's always coloring something. And I noticed that he had a lot of broken crayons. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to trash these broken crayons real quick. And, you know, tomorrow we can go to Walmart and get you some new ones. And he's like, no, but they can still color though. And I'm like, but they're broken. And it took me to the mind, like, how many people think that they're not beautiful because they don't meet society's expectations of being beautiful. They feel as though they're broken in a sense, but we're all still beautiful. So broken crayons still color. Even though you feel as though you're flawed, you're still beautiful. And you can still be out here painting and coloring wonderful pictures. Like, there's so many people, so many women that went through so much stuff, but they're still out here thriving in society, coloring pictures when they could be crawled up in the corner just feeling sorry for themselves. So broken crayons still color. So it has like many layers to it.
Yeah, shout out to your son though. I think it's so cool when right we get gems from an unexpected person or an unexpected place,
Right.
and just like really just making sure that we're attentive, and like shout outs to kids that's not afraid to check parents in those moments, or older
Yeah, my
people, or whatever
son,
the case is.
he's definitely outspoken. He will tell me in a minute, like, Mom, no. And then he'd be like, Mom, well, you told me I couldn't say that. So why are you saying that to me, Mom? And he really be checking me
Yeah.
sometimes. And I think that's the cool thing about, like, because I had him when I was 20. So, like,
Okay.
me and him is, like, in a sense, growing up together. And he be checking me sometimes. And I have to tell him, because he be like, well, grown up kids can't tell grown ups what to do. And I'm like, no, grown up can learn for kids, too. Like, just
Yeah,
a
that's
different
awesome.
generation.
It's funny earlier. So with the kids being home, now my kids, my sisters, my nephews, so I just came over to help her out while, you know, her being a nurse and my brother-in-law being a firefighter right
Oh,
now.
that's what's up.
Yeah, so they don't get no time off. They don't get no quarantine time. They always got to go to
Right.
work. Anyway, so the kids are home, so I came over, and my nephew, my youngest, Noah, was doing his homework, and while he was coloring, one of the crowns broke, and I didn't think about it at all. It's just funny that it happened today. But one of his crowns broke, and he gets done, and he was like, all right, and I was like, all right, clean this up. So he putting all the crowns in a box, and he had that left out, and I was like, well, can you put that in the box also? And he was like, well, it's broken, and I'm like, but it still colors. And he was like, but it's
Yeah.
broken. I'm like, Pop, but that joint still colors. And it's
Right.
so funny because I completely forgot about your brand So and then to
I
come
know
on tonight.
I've been quiet about it for a little while, but I'm working on some stuff. So this spring well, it's spring already here, but we about to come back out. Like I took a step from that to focus more on my poetry brand, trying to get that out there, trying to get my name out there a little bit more. So I took a little bit step from that, but I'm working on some new designs for the summertime. So we are going to be back in the fat.
Yeah, and it's good to be quiet. I'm real big, and it's something that I had to overcome for a while. But it's like it's okay to not always be creating outwardly, right? And like having to like get